The Buccaneers are top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against the Falcons team that wants to be careful not to play into that script. So with that, let's get you out to the stadium. Standing by tonight are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now a play fake here on first down. Sammy Coates has it complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Ready, blue ready. Under 10. Sonic, rush in.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This will be fielded at the 6. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Three down. Ready, blue ready. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Sonic, switch.
Jameis now on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We heard the talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, When I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Out of the gun now on third down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that brings up fourth down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He'll look to set up his blockers. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Second down, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
2 yards to go here on third down. Winston now from the 50. He's got Evans. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Jameis Winston and Mike Evans came into the league 1 year apart. They're going to continue to grow together. How about their first connection in this game?
Yeah, in the first 2 seasons for Mike Evans, both over 1,000 yards. What a way to start an NFL career. A first down throw for Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And on the ground they go with the running back. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Wide open, it's Allen complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
58, right over there. Motion. White. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the flag is for the very rare illegal forward pass penalty.
Not often that a quarterback forgets where the line of scrimmage is. They have an innate sense about it. On this play, the quarterback did.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Aguilar has it. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Here's Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
On third down, Winston. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To throw, Winston.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Tight right. 3 down. Ready. Blue ready. Flip. Take 4. Go.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine. Ready. Blue ready.
To the air again with Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And frankly, Brendan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Halfback sent in motion. From the gun, Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Desmond Trufant. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Here we go now. Boom, line it.
It's an end around with Perriman. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
So it'll be first down here after the run. First down, Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now Jameis on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Ready? Blue way. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 26, flip it, flip it, flip it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Winston to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston shreds the tackle, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll field this at the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Another pistol look here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Nice job holding him out of the end zone on 3rd down, but give a big assist to the crowd. They've been with him the entire game and have spurred them on. Here in the second half, they've really helped elevate their play.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Jameis now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
2nd down now after the incompletion. One receiver to the left is Evans. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. 6 yards to go here on second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And the play clock's running down. Here's Winston. He's got time. Now he's flushed out left. And that is incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Easy. Check. Ready. Check. Flip. Wide. Get wide. Easy.
Time running out here on the play clock. Jameis to throw it. Evans has it left side. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Winston. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.